Okay, I am late to this 100%, but I'm gonna make this video anyway. The Boys, you've heard of it. I'm celebrating its 4th season, like 2 months late. I'm gonna review season 1. Before be warned, I have to censor almost everything in this video. We start out in a world full of superheroes. A car was hijacked. We're introduced to Homelander, basically Superman, and Queen Maeve, Wonder Woman. We meet our main protagonist, Huey. He works at like a Best Buy. His girlfriend comes into the store to greet him. After his shift, they go out for a walk. She asked Huey about moving in. Oh, that's censored. Okay, A-Train. He's a speedster that's part of the superhero team, the Seven, and he just ran over Huey's girlfriend. Then we meet our new character, Starlight, who can punch holes through walls. Damn, she's strong. She's trying to beat into the superhero team, the Seven. We go back to Huey after his girlfriend's funeral. A-Train on TV talks about hitting her, saying she was standing in the middle of the street, but she was barely off the curb. Vought, the evil business that owns the Seven, talks to Huey about taking money to not talk about it, an NDA. Huey's dad tries to tell him he can't sue A-Train, and he's too much of a little baby bitch boy to do it. We're at a meeting from Vought, big head of the company. One of the heroes from the Seven, talks to the audience, introducing Starlight as a new member. He blackmails Starlight into giving him head. Yeah, it's cool. We meet back with Huey. An Australian man shows up. He brings up what happened to his girlfriend, saying he's part of the FBI. His name is Butcher. He talks about getting revenge for Huey's girlfriend. At first, Huey doesn't want to do it, but then he comes around to it. Butcher takes him to a superhero bar. It's 10 times more degenerate than a club. They go into a room to hear footage of A-Train talking about Huey's girlfriend. We cut to Starlight throwing up in Vought's bathroom. Queen Maeve talks to her, giving her very friendly advice.
For Christ's sakes, clean yourself up. Never let them see you like this.
Huey and Butcher talk about soups, and how horrible murderers like them just want fame and money. We cut to Huey and Starlight. They're both sitting on a bench. Huey doesn't know who she is, and he sees her crying and asks what's wrong. They both talk about their problems, but she's in her secret identity form, Annie. She trauma dumps on Huey. Huey gives her some advice and helps her out. Starlight is at her superhero team meeting. It's very businesslike.
These assholes pirated my movie 3 weeks before release.
They talk like influencers in a room.
You control her because she's a
Huey goes on a mission with the help of Butcher to get confession out of A-Train, but he gets secretly caught by the invisible man from the Seven, Translucent. Huey places a bug on the Seven's table. A customer walks into Huey's job. Wait, what? The invisible guy confronts Huey. He's about to kill him, but Butcher comes in and saves Huey. Butcher fights him, almost gets beat, but then Huey sticks a wire up Translucent's ass, knocking him out. We cut to a plane taking off. The businessman argued with the Vought lady from before. Homelander lasers the plane, blowing it up. Huey and Butcher put Translucent in the back of Butcher's car. Butcher's not a Fed, he's an independent contractor. Huey, not regretting his decision, argues with Butcher until he gets alphaed by Butcher. Butcher drives them both to Frenchie's place, a guy who's very French and likes guns. Frenchie freaks out when he finds out that the hero Translucent is in the truck.
Ed, have you any...
That's translucent. You got translucent in your tongue, huh?
We see Starlight at the Seven headquarters, having a very normal conversation with Black Noir. After that conversation, Starlight talks with the assistant lady about her day, and then Starlight finds out she has to team up with the Deep on a mission and is not happy about it. Butcher and his team take Translucent to a secluded area, locking him inside a cage, trying to figure out how to send him to a farm.
We didn't bring him here for a fucking Happy Meal.
We see Homelander and the girl boss talking, not being weird.
And they're perfect.
They talk about a man who argued with her, dying in a plane crash. She tells Homelander she doesn't want him to ruin his own image. It's not a creepy relationship at all. He doesn't have mommy issues. Homelander talked to the Deep. He found out the Deep told the girl boss lady about the plane crash, treating him very nicely.
And I trust we never have to have this conversation again.
Starlight and the Deep team up. Starlight threatens to burn his eyes out. They take out drug smugglers.
You stand over him and say this is lit.
Butcher sneaks into a friend's house talking about regular things. Huey gives Translucent water and tries to negotiate with them. Some guys in a black car found their hideout. Frenchie tries to defend it. Translucent threatens Huey. He later has a mild panic attack. We meet up with the girl boss. Meeting with some senator guy. She wants Soups to be part of the national defense, but the senator disagrees, and he spits some facts.
My heroes are the most loyal, patriotic.
That's just it.
They're your heroes.
Starlight is walking down the street and sees two guys trying to grape a girl. She beats them up, but somebody was recording. Huey and Frenchie talk for a bit, talking about what Frenchie actually does. Frenchie talks about who he killed. Definitely can't show that. Starlight sees Homelander in the hallway looking at a painting of himself. Cool. Starlight gets in trouble for saving that girl. The girl wasn't in the video, so there's no proof of what actually happened. The senator from before was blackmailed by the girl boss lady. The young woman he hooked up with was a shapeshifter. Homelander asked one of the crime analytic ladies about Translucent's disappearance. Frenchie figured out a way to take out Translucent, puts a bomb up his bumhole. Homelander is on his way to have Translucent. Homelander actually finds Frenchie in a van. While this is happening, Translucent got out and Huey threatens to blow up Translucent. Homelander searches the van with x-ray vision, but he finds nothing. Frenchie's girlfriend blows up their home to ward off Homelander, and then Huey blows up Translucent. Huey washes himself after blowing up Translucent. Butcher and Frenchie are proud that Huey killed Translucent. Starlight meets with a girl boss lady. That girl she saved came out on social media thanking her. She talks to the marketing team and they come up with a new suit. It's a bit stripper-like, so she doesn't like it. She's threatened to be fired if she doesn't actually wear it. Huey goes home to get a change of clothes, accompanied by Frenchie, of course. Huey's room was filled with 7 merchandise. He tears it all down. Huey packs his bag, and he told his dad about him leaving. Butcher meets up with an old colleague, Mother's Milk. Weird name. Butcher offers a job to MM. Homelander is worried about Translucent, talking to the girl boss lady about it. MM and Butcher meet up at a truck. Then Frenchie and Huey come in. MM and Frenchie don't like each other very much.
The only thing that is coming is me and your mother titties!
They got info from that Translucent guy. Popclaw, a girlfriend of A-Train. They stake out her house. They disguise Huey and MM as IT guys to get inside. Huey gets inside the network, hacking like it's an 80s movie. On his way out, Huey bumps into A-Train, but A-Train doesn't remember meeting with Huey.
You want an autograph or something?
We cut to Queen Maeve and Homelander. They have a mission. They casually talk while being shot at, and Homelander kills the intruder when he surrendered. Popclaw and A-Train talk. He wants Compound V, a drug that makes soups even stronger than they are. Makes A-Train super fast. We cut to the race. Huey and MM talk before going out undercover. Starlight in her new suit signs an autograph and takes a selfie with a young girl.
Hey, Starlight! Show us your tits!
Yo, leave her alone.
Huey sees Starlight, confused because he didn't know that was the same girl. They talk about him not realizing she's Starlight. Huey asked her out to get drinks, to buy more time so Frenchie could try to find Compound V in A-Train's bag. Huey and Starlight talk about her being a soup. She talks about the challenges, and Starlight spits some game to Huey, getting his number.
Would you like my number?
A-Train quickly takes Compound V. Popka also took Compound V, making her super strong. The landlord shows up asking for rent that's due. She seduces him so she doesn't have to pay. Hear me out. She freaks out, obviously. The boys go into the house and confront Popclaw. Butcher wants her to tell them about Compound V. We cut to Homelander in the deep. They found Translucent body at the bottom of the ocean, with a message on the box for them. We get a flashback of Butcher and his girlfriend at the time, Becca. We cut to the present. Butcher has a very average dorm room, looking at old videos of his ex-girlfriend. Butcher meets with the agent from before. He gives her evidence of Compound V and A-Train taking it. She makes a deal with Butcher. The others are outside the place where supposedly the Compound V is being sold at. They follow a suspect into a shop, then into an underground base. Frenchie sees a girl watching TV and unlocks her cage. The guys see them shooting until that girl jumps out and tears them apart. The girl tries to attack the boys too, so they lock themselves in the room to stay away, and she runs. They find out that the girl is being drugged with Compound V. The girl boss, Avat, talks to the team about how they're gonna cover Translucent's death. A-Train confronts Popclaw. He found out that she told someone about Compound V. That crazy girl is walking around a nail salon until she kills a worker. We cut to Huey and Starlight on a date. Huey gets a big hit of a little PTSD. Huey finds out that Translucent was a dad. Doesn't feel great about killing him. We cut to Homelander and Queen Maeve on a mission. A group of armed gunmen hijacked a plane. Queen Maeve and Homelander take out the terrorist, but the controls of the plane got taken out. Homelander wants to leave the plane to crash. Maeve wanted to save some people, but Homelander didn't allow it. The boys go to the scene of the nail salon and then quickly run away when A-Train shows up, covering it up, saying it was gang activity. Huey and Starlight's date is going okay until she shows him up, showing how strong she truly is. The others are at the subway to find that crazy chick. Frenchie finds her, and she's trying to run away. We go back to the date. Huey bugged her phone like Butcher wanted. MM and Frenchie argue and fight for a second. The Deep, in the middle of a side quest, stole a dolphin for love or something, until he gets stopped and the dolphin dies. A-Train finds the crazy girl. They fight until A-Train gets distracted by fans. Frenchie talks to the girl. They use a knockout grenade. We go to the plane crash. Homelander and Queen Maeve have been looking for pieces of the plane. Homelander gets the newscast and some people around to say Soups should be in the military to stop terrorists. We meet with Popclaw, and she's doing it's weed. It's weed. A-Train shows up, he overdoses her and ends up killing her. We meet back with Homelander to deliver the news. Homelander talks to A-Train and knows that A-Train is juicing. Frenchie is at some college dorm and feeds that crazy lady. Huey and Starlight at a religious event that Starlight is sponsoring. But Huey isn't here to go on a date. Butcher and MM are here to spy on the Soups. We go to the funeral of the plane crash victims. Homelander and Maeve are there. Maeve freaks out and sits on a bench. Homelander gives her a little pep talk.
You step up, very calmly, ask for the sergeant's big pen, and fling it 26 yards right into the asshole's eyeball.
Starlight talks to a group of teenagers. It's not awkward at all.
Oh, yes. Have you ever had a boyfriend?
Well, yeah. Yeah, I was with Drummer Boy for a while, for almost a year.
Did you have sex with him?
Huey goes back to talking to Starlight. He asked her about getting a diamond pass to talk to one of the Soups. Homelander shows up, swarmed by fans left and right. He flies over to the girl boss lady and says what you should say to any mother.
Why, you gonna run off and play strong single mom?
We cut to A-Train, filled with regret about killing Popclaw. But then, he finds the video of her killing the landlord. He then sent a face ID of Frenchie, who was caught on video. Huey gets the backstage pass and shakes hands with Homelander. And he gets baptized by Homelander as well. Huey confronts one of the Soups, the stretchy one who's a little gay, trying to blackmail him. And then he starts getting choked by him. But then he tells him he knows about Compound V. Butcher and MM check on the hospital that's going to be shipped to Compound V. Frenchie's also trying to save that girl, but she runs away. Starlight talks on stage, giving the speech of a lifetime.
What's immoral is the guy who shoved his dick in my face.
Butcher and MM find out that Compound V is being put into babies to make superheroes. Huey tries to talk to Starlight. She's not very happy. Then he brings up his girlfriend.
Or a goodie bag.
My girlfriend died.
And that's how you talk to a girl. Huey talks to her and is very touchy-feely. Butcher and MM are caught taking a sample of Compound V. A fight breaks out. Butcher uses a baby with laser vision to kill those guards. Frenchie is out walking to escape until Black Noir is nearby. He gets confronted by him until that crazy lady saves him. They fight until she's taken out by Black Noir, but she isn't dead. She's like basically immortal. Huey's on a date with Starlight, and then Huey sees one of his childhood friends, and he does what any great friend would do. Tells an embarrassing story about Huey's past.
Runs like Forrest Gump runs.
The boys talk about what's going on with Compound V. They find out that no one was born with powers. They were made in a lab. Starlight comes back to Vought after 2 weeks of disappearing. Starlight was told off by that girl boss lady.
You are a selfish, arrogant child.
Maeve and Starlight talk in the elevator. Maeve used to be more kind to people, but not really anymore. MM and Frenchie talk about getting help from a Soup who hates the Seven, but they end up arguing. Butcher and Huey take a walk. Butcher takes Huey to a place where people meet to talk about themselves, or others getting hurt from superheroes.
Anyway, we were, being intimate. It snapped off.
Showing Huey should not date Starlight. The Deep gets in trouble because of Starlight. The girl boss saying he has to send him to Ohio for a while, which is worse than torture or being fired. We're now at a convention for Soups. The Mesmerer, he can read minds. MM confronts him about the insider training stuff he does, and then MM makes a deal with him. He gets to see his kid if they get information. Butcher and Huey talk some more. Butcher brings up Becca and how Homelander raped her. Homelander talks to the girl boss lady. He confronts her about how he hates the fake origin of his, because he was made in a lab. MM and Frenchie meet with Mesmer. He uses his power on the crazy girl, since she can't talk. She broke his wrist. Butcher and Huey show up. We see the girl's past. She was part of some terrorist army. Her country was like enslaved, forced to fight for them. Frenchie wants to save her. The rest says she's dangerous. It's revealed she's just trying to save her brother, and her name is Kimiko. Butcher speaks with the FBI agent lady with proof of lab babies. Starlight is shown a promotion video of hers. Maeve tells Vought always wins, and that she feels sorry for how she acted towards her. Homelander talks to Mesmer about the information he has, and he just flies away, leaving him. Starlight and Huey go on another date. She is flustered from work. I wonder why. Huey kisses her until a Butcher shows up to stop them. He makes it a very awkward. We get a flashback 8 years ago of Butcher and Becca at a Vought Christmas party. Homelander talks to Becca. Butcher even shakes Homelander's hand. We cut to the present. Butcher is stalking Huey. Huey has been going on dates and sleeping with Starlight. Homelander is looking at pictures of the boys. Homelander also figured out that Butcher is the same guy he met 8 years ago. A-Train is throwing up from practice. He gave up Compound V cold turkey. Even his brother knows about him juicing. He meets with the 7. He shows a picture of Huey, telling everyone that he killed Translucent. Starlight is confused. She finds out that A-Train is the one that killed his girlfriend. Homelander also accuses Starlight of double-crossing them, but Maeve stands up for Starlight.
So back off, leave her alone.
The boys and the girl want to know what Huey is doing. Huey wants out. He tells them that he's dating Starlight. A-Train is at Huey's dad's house, threatening him. They find out that Mesmer's camera on the door got them caught. Huey comes home. He talks to A-Train, and he uses A-Train's addiction to Compound V to his advantage. The girl breaks A-Train's leg and runs. MM goes to his house telling his family to leave. Homelander talks to the girl boss lady. He tells her about Becca, and he asks her what happened to Becca. The Deep has a girl over. She tries to put her hand in there. She's freaky and weird.
I'm not going anywhere, you little fucking freak.
Butcher confronts Mesmer, beating him up in the bathroom. He uses his powers to find the flashbacks of Butcher, and we get a major flashback. An FBI agent shows up and shows him camera footage of Becca and Homelander going into a room together. Starlight and Maeve drink together. They go over their own relationship problems. We go to the boys. Huey's dad and MM's family are all hiding out. Butcher makes himself well liked.
Monique.
Huey's dad is proud of Huey for standing up for himself. Homelander visits one of his doctors that used to watch over him. The doctor knows what Homelander is doing. He wants to know about Becca. Becca was pregnant with Homelander's child. The doctor tells Homelander the child died during childbirth. The doctor tells Homelander his regrets about how Vought treated him. This is one of the few emotional scenes Homelander has.
You're my greatest failure.
Cars pull up to the boys. They get ready to throw down, but it's the feds. Starlight calls Huey. She wants him to explain himself. The FBI lady tells the girl boss about her being screwed by Compound V and the girl being experimented on. They have a video of a supervillain, or what they call a super terrorist. Huey talks to Starlight, but she wants to turn Huey in. He tells her that she wasn't born a suit. Butcher shoots her.
Annie.
Huey runs away. Homelander shows up, telling the military to stay put. Homelander takes out the armed gunmen one by one. They find Compound V on the site. Butcher is upset. The FBI has to keep Vought happy right now, saying that everything is classified, and they're also wanted men. Starlight is at her hometown, asking her mom about Compound V, and her mom tells her the truth. Starlight gets upset. Her mom controlled her entire life. The Deep talks to some government guy from Ohio, and he's not going back to New York anytime soon. The boys meet with another government lady, and they need her help. Their hideout was found. Communico fights off a couple of them until she was drugged. Butcher and her have drama they let out. She tells Huey to stop with the vengeance stuff. A-Train is at a shoe store. A security guy is following him around and gets accused of racial profiling him. Butcher and Huey find out that the others got caught. Huey's upset because Butcher is leaving the others. They argue over what to do. Butcher leaves Huey. Starlight and Huey talk at a church. Huey asks her for help, but she walks away. Huey tells Starlight that Vought gave terrorists Compound V. They talk until Starlight's fed up and walks away again. Vought is having a party. Edgar shows up.
Hello, and welcome to the...
He's the CEO of Vought, talking to the girl boss lady. Starlight flirts with the pilot, walking away to throw up. Maeve tries to help. Starlight's having a rough time in her new costume as well. She talks to Starlight. She says that she used to be like her, gentle and kind. Maeve gives her a pep talk until she walks away. Homelander speaks to the girl boss. Homelander is tired of everything happening and tells her that he made supervillains all over the globe for them to fight. Okay. They bone later. Huey and MM are locked up, talking about their feelings. Huey gets caught on purpose. He came to save them. Huey uses his retainer as a lockpick. They get out and grab one of the enemy's guns. We cut to the girl boss lady. Butcher is in her house. He states that Homelander's weakness is her. The others are trying to escape. They see Kimiko. Frenchie is shot. They take cover. Huey shoots at them. MM grabs Kimiko. They're surrounded until Starlight saves them. Everyone besides Huey and Starlight escape. A-Train shows up. He admits to Huey that he killed Popclaw. Then his heart gave out. Butcher strapped bombs to the girl boss lady until Homelander arrives. Homelander has her baby. He gives Butcher props for having the balls to what he's doing. Homelander talked about Becca.
She came on to me. It happened. She was a hell of a lay. She came 3 times, eh? 3 times.
And that's how you calm a man down. He puts the baby down and he gives a speech to Butcher. Homelander kills the boss lady. And now, Butcher has no leverage, until he blows up the bombs. He wakes up, it's daytime. Homelander saved Butcher, taking him to see Becca and her son, Ryan.